Are we live? Hey, y'all. Look, good morning, good morning, good morning. Listen, I am in the studio. I haven't been in the studio and I don't know when. I think y'all hear Mickey? Y'all hear Mickey? Me and Mickey getting it together. Listen, I haven't been in the studio since Stephanie Rogers came here with some donuts. Listen, good morning, everybody, and thank y'all for sharing your morning with us. And if you could do me a favor, click like and share. No, click like, share, and subscribe. Click like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you taking your time. We were having some difficulty this morning, and we in the studio. We haven't been in the studio in months. Probably, I don't know, 3 months maybe. January. It's been a long time. So I hope everyone is doing fine. I hope wherever you are in whatever state you're in, throw it in the comments. Um, it's a sunny day here in Flint. It's supposed to be 59. And so, look, the grass is growing. For those of you who have allergies, I feel for y'all. I just took a Benadryl. So, listen, unfortunately, it will not make me go to sleep. Benadryl does not make me go to sleep. It does not have that effect on me. I don't know what that is. I get that from my daddy's side. So, wherever you are, please click like, share, and subscribe. Um, Today is really going to be, I'm not really going to follow. It's the first time, Mickey, I did not write or run a show. I always write or run a show so that we have a chronological order. And I didn't do that today. And I did that on purpose because I wanted to be able to look at some of the questions in the comments. I wanted to make this about everyone who has supported 810 News Media Group and then myself. Because y'all know they removed me from my seat. They told me, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. And so I had to go, temporary, but I knew it was coming as I kept everyone who watches 810. And even at the council meetings, we knew that this was coming. When you start speaking truth to power and making sure there's transparency, people get upset. They don't like it when you put out there that, hey, I took a check for 1,500. And then I turned around and voted on my own $50,000 for a nonprofit that I incorporated and originated in August of 2001 called Cyrus Park. We know that they don't like that. When not one single resident in the city of Flint has received a shingle, not even a full roof, or window, or doorknob, or nail, or screw, or anything, or furnace. They haven't received anything. Council members made sure that they paid themselves before they took care of the residents. And that is not what we're supposed to do. The Flint City Charter states very clear. It speaks to the ethics section between pages 8 through 12. And I don't even have a script, y'all. I think I just know this by heart. But I think page 10, and it speaks to you are not supposed to accept any gifts, gratuities. And if so, you're supposed to disclose it. Now, one of the things, Mickey, I'm going to have to go back through because I know we talked about that before that resolution that was put up. Yeah. I think I had sent that to you, but I'm gonna tell y'all this is my thought on what this resolution actually is, and the purpose of this resolution is really almost uh, a joke. It is kind of like committing the crime and then writing yourself a get out of jail free ticket. That's what I consider it to be. Hey, we didn't know. I'm naive or I was dumb. I didn't understand what the charter said. I didn't understand when my colleagues begged me to not vote on this. When Dennis Pfeiffer said, don't vote on this on Ashley Capital, Quincy Murphy, Liddell Lewis, you need to recuse yourself. Oh, I remember that day we was over at the county. I'm going to vote on this. I can't wait to vote. I was like, ooh, all that energy. Okay. But listen, you have an $11,000 lawnmower and then another $4,750. And Liddell had a $1,500 check. So you shouldn't have been voting on anything for Habitat for Humanity or anything for Ashley Capital. Period. People expect us to be transparent, to be there for the people. We're public servants. I take my elected seat very serious, very serious. Um, it's only a couple things I don't tell people, but I'm transparent with. I don't care about my age. That don't bother me. And as I've gotten older, when you go through, you get into your 50s. Look, women, y'all out there, in your 50s or late 40s, when you go through menopause, your body change. I embrace my color. I embrace my body size. And I embrace my hair texture and style. I embrace myself as a Black woman, period. So I'm going to look up at the screen. So to everybody out there, good morning, Cash. Good morning, Lenore. Good morning, Jerry Winfrey Carter with the hyphen. Don't forget my hyphen. Kendra Weathers. Renee Jack. Blanca Eckhart, Flint After Dark. Hey, John Snow. I can't see everybody. Anthony Eccles, Felicia White. Look, good morning. Flint Caskets, good morning. Look, I ain't trying to see no casket anytime soon. But listen, but good morning, Flint Caskets. Listen, by the time you're picking that out, and I'm not the type, well, I did tell my kids, like, this is what I want. And if I didn't like them people when I was living, do not let them speak at my funeral. Do not. Okay. Now, and I expect y'all to. Something happened to me. Don't y'all let people that y'all know I didn't speak at my funeral. Jerry Winfrey Carter, you know what I'm talking about. Good morning, Tara. Good morning, Isaiah. Good morning, Tia. Hey, girl. Hey, good morning, Lumi. You haven't sent your little check-in to check in on me from Florida. Your little check-in, how you doing? But I know everybody been busy. Sean, good morning. Hector, hey there. Look, hey, Hector. KZ114. Teresa Nestor, my heart goes out to you. 810 News family, if you are a praying person, send a prayer for Teresa Nestor's family and her daughter. I saw it. I was reading last night, probably about 4:00 in the morning when I should have been asleep. Her daughter gained her wings, and Teresa did the walk of life in Hurley. And I saw it late. Teresa, I absolutely would have been there. I am so sorry, and my heart and my deepest sympathies and condolences goes out to you and your family. She did state that she did not want to have, her daughter didn't want to have a funeral, and so she's going to have a celebration of life, which I like that, because a lot of people are saying, hey, this is what I want to do with my life. So Teresa Nestor, my heart and prayers goes out to you and your family. I did not know. I've been purposely staying off of Facebook as much. I may make a post, but I'm not reading all that stuff. I just, it's too much. It's too much. Ms. Richburg, Miss Lorraine. Look, pronounce that. Ms. G. I can't get her name. It's Richburg, but she has a lot of content. Ms. J. Richburg. Ms. J. Rich. Look, y'all, Ricky. Look, Mickey is reading to me. Listen, Miss Luana Terry. Listen, you be stepping to that podium. I'm glad when the grandbaby be there, you be having little headphones on, because you be giving them the business. She be giving them the business. She be like, and let me tell you, she got that type. Like, I'm not going. She don't do a lot of talking when she step up there. Not a lot of talking. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Miss Tia Harris. I got to call you later this afternoon. Good morning, Rose. How are you doing? Rose is out there a lot. She's doing, I guess she's out there doing recall signatures. Her and Miss Bev are the recall queens. Hey, Angie Mack, if ever I can't speak, y'all, I need to tell somebody else. Please get Angie Mack to speak for me, because she be gathering folks. She be gathering folks. She be snatching their wigs off, taking their false teeth. She be gathering folks. I be like, who child? And she be checking them. I'll be like, oh, ditto. I agree. Good morning, Demetrius Clark. Good morning, Supreme. Good morning, Michelle Thompson. Good morning, Kendra. Good morning, Lumberjack. What's that? Love from Where was that? Hey, Bishop Priestley, T. Priestley. Where is that love from? Is that Oklahoma?
Yep. Love from OKC, Oklahoma in the building.
Okay, Oklahoma. All right. Cameron, good morning. Listen, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, I texted Mickey last night. Did you get that text? Did you ignored it?
Morning, I was out.
You was
I
out.
had to take Nicole to work at 5, so
I called you.
Shut it down.
You shut it down.
I shut it down early.
Because I was probably really indecisive.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things going on. Right. And this is not even pertaining to the, I called the removal. Right. And I called Mickey and I texted him. I said, I'm not doing the show today. And then I texted him back. I don't know what time. I said, call me. I'm doing the show. Mickey called it. What was it? 6:30? 6:30, y'all. Somebody tell Mickey I'm black and it's the weekend. And like,
but you know I'm up every day.
Okay, Mickey.
But you a vampire, I'm an early bird.
If I'm up to 4:30, Mickey, do you think I want to take calls at 6:30 in the morning?
Call at any time.
I did. I just hung up on somebody else who had just called me too. I was like, hello. You know? Like, hey, I'm like, don't call my house this early unless you dying, and I'm your blood donor, known one, and you need some blood for me something to help keep you alive. But by then, Mickey, I was kind of sort of.
Right. Well, you only 3 people I know be up there.
I do be up early. I don't require a lot of sleep. I'm trying to regulate, which was funny. I have been going to bed at like 9:30. By the time I never ever go to bed at 9:30. I'm not asleep, but I take my laptop and my iPad, my phone, and because I'm old school, yes, I sleep with the gun in the bed with me. Okay, so I'm just saying, you come in, the coroner's taking you out. Okay, you will not be asked to exit the door, not by me. You will not. The coroner will have to be taking you out. So,
welcome to 18.
Well, I'm just saying, I keep it real. So by the time you get in, because it's 8 cameras on my house, you know, I believe in safety. Y'all know how I get down. You know, they used to call me the alarm lady. So I take my life very serious. So also, if Arthur Woodson is watching, Arthur Woodson, I did not give you permission to start back calling me before 9:00 a.m. You can stop calling me. I'm not going to take your calls before 9 a.m. And on weekends, I think we back to don't call me at all. Because when he get on the phone, it's like a whole argument, literally. And I'm not. And I told him he had been doing good for a while. Now he decided control. And I slipped up and answered the phone one morning this week. And I was like, what am I doing answering this phone for him? He know the rules. And he don't be wanting nothing. So listen, Jessica, good morning. Jessica be getting them together on the morning bump. Yes, Jessica be using some words. I'll be like, let me write that down.
Yeah, me too.
Let me write that down. I wonder what Jessica does for a living. Because she be using psychology words too. And she don't mind sharing. Put in the chat, Jessica, or a roundabout feel, because she be gathering folks.
Class A reader person. That's what she went to.
She get a read.
Yeah, she pushed the person up on the East Coast to cuss us out. We all got cussed out that day.
Let's see. Angie Mack, Jessica, and you have St. Louis.
Oh, that's I love St. Louis.
St. Louis remind me of my daddy. St. Louis just be like, she say everything. There's nothing she don't say. And people who know me, my mother does not swear at all. And my dad swear all the time. My dad swears that after coffee time, by lunch, it's okay to have a shot of gin and a Budweiser. And my dad will be, I should say, look, he ain't just my dad. I share him with other people. He'll be 81. And so, you know, that's his thing. And he talk more crap than a little bit. And he cuss and he's Catholic, which is funny. He went to Catholic school. Yeah. But anyways, if you are on a Laquita, if I missed your Brittany, if I missed y'all names, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So Mickey, there was a little technical difficulty, but listen, y'all, I'll be honest. I was on CP time.
I said it. I said this what happened this week.
Yeah.
We've been on CP time.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And I never am. I'm there's just a lot going on. I had some calls to take and I wasn't taking them at home because we in the studio. So now that we got all that out the way, I need y'all to click, like, share, and subscribe. And if you're feeling real good, Cash App, $ 810 News Media Group. These broadcasts and these podcasts are brought to you by independent news outlets such as this. We're asking for your donations as low as $5 or $100 or 5,000, whatever you want to give. It is much appreciated. Please donate to 810 News Media Group. That's going to be at the Cash App, $ 810 News Media Group. It helps to keep the doors open. Nothing fancy here, just straight podcast. So let's look. We getting a little fancy, y'all. We got a little banner up, and it's pink. It's pink. So please donate to 810 News Media Group at Cash App, $ 810 News Media Group. Whatever you can give is greatly appreciated. It helps us to keep the doors open and it basically goes to equipment and some rent. Because no one here gets a salary. There's no salaries here. Doing this because we're hoping that everyone appreciates it. And if you could show your appreciation by a donation, we would greatly appreciate it. So, Mickey, let's go on to great things are happening in the 6th Award. So even though I am removed and I like my paper, they try to say suspended. Now I've always said removed. I'm comfortable for being removed or using the word removed, not comfortable with my removal because I've still been at every single council meeting. And it does not mean I do not have duties or things that I still have to do. My week and my times are still just as busy. Residents still call, not only from my ward, from some of every ward. And I make it a point of making sure I do what I can do and I do my job. So, what's happening in the 6th Ward? Great things are happening. One of the great community partners that we have is with Communities First. Communities First is ran by Glenn and Essence Wilson. And they, I try not to say, yeah. And so it is ran by Glenn and Essence Wilson, and Communities First has been a great community partner with me, and I appreciate our partnership and our relationship. The people that they have working for them are some great people. So we did a groundbreaking this week. So Orchard Manor, Orchard Grove, it's going to be it's 3 different buildings, and so one of them is Orchard Manor is being renovated. This started even before I was on council because they were asking for a tax abatement before. And I remember there was a council person who was against it. Where this sits is on Flushing Road, right at Dyke Crest. And they had began to become dilapidated. They were built in actually 1929. And actually on that deed, it states Black people can't live there. It's still on the deed. And so Glenn is working on changing those deed restrictions, covenants to get those removed, which I think is great. So if you were Black in the 20s, and technically now, because it says if you're Black, you can't live there. Negro, which would be Black, you couldn't live there. And so they are now being renovated. And listen, they were run down, they needed it. So instead of having another dilapidated structure in the 6th Ward, Communities First took it on to renovate and then to expand. There will be 2 new buildings added with 74 units of housing. 10 of those will be housing for veterans only, 10 of them. There will be a roof deck to where you can be on top of the roof and have a party or look out. But how it's situated, there used to be an old medical arts building there. And the medical arts building, it was split in half. Split in half. Half was in Flint Township, half was in Flint. And so it was very unique that the sewage, the under the pipe, the structure underneath, service lines, water utilities, they were they were like shared. So the building had been torn down and it had been a vacant lot, and now they're getting some new life. There'll be two new buildings that will be built there. And then check this out. This is the part. See, when they be coming to these meetings, I'd be listening. I'd be like, so we had a gentleman there, and I'm going to probably mess up his name, from the state of Michigan. His name is Terry Litchke. Terry Litchke stated that for Mott Park area, because it sits on the cuff of 6th Ward, Mott Park, 30 homes will be eligible to get renovated by the state in Mott Park to update 30 homes. So this program has got a lot of investors. And so one of the questions someone asked, and Glenn stated, I believe he said Ridgeway Mott had nothing to do with this project. This project had nothing to do with the Mott Foundation, with this one. But the state of Michigan will be renovating 30 homes. Will be able to get some updates to their home. And that's huge for that area. That is the most densely populated area in the city of Flint, with home ownership and people with population, where you have the clubhouse, you have the park. The park is the number one used park in the city of Flint. There's hockey there. There is a bicycle park. There is soccer there for the kids. There's a playground. There's still this old bullet that has been there for probably 60 years. It has stood the test of time. So this is a great thing. And so I followed up with Mr. Litchke to make sure in the 6th Ward that we get those 30 homes that are going to be renovated. And it will be through Habitat for Humanity where the funding will go through. But there'll be a little bit of sweat equity that they'll have to do, but 30 homes will be able to receive some renovations as a result of this project. It's almost similar to, I know Councilwoman Jerry Carter is on here. She has Clark Commons with the townhomes that are being built in her area. She had a program that they were renovating homes in that area also, that they would be eligible to receive renovations such as like roofs, side, just different, I think, windows, the facades, to make the neighborhood look uniform. So I appreciate the 30 homes that through Habitat for Humanity that they will be updating, along with the 2 new buildings. And then the 10 designated housing that are just for veterans, because veterans are often overlooked. They serve their country and then they don't have a place to live. And a good portion of our homeless population are veterans. What I've seen when some of these people, just from my family and close friends that have been to war, some of them don't recover from it. I have a family friend who was a pilot. Actually, I can't remember he was so high up. What was those, the stealth fighters? He was in the Air Force. And yeah. And whatever they did, he never recovered. He is now really still struggling on drugs. And he was high. He was high. He was over people. And he would, still have night terrors now, and talk about going in and to some of these villages, and it was too much. So veterans, seniors, kids, seniors, and veterans, always I'm gonna protect, always. So this housing project, I am excited about. So Mickey, Mickey got the picture up showing me there speaking. Listen, it was dusty, but it was good. It was a good program that they had. We got to throw a little dirt, and yeah, we got to throw a little dirt. Now they know good and well, that was me speaking, and then let's do the little dirt thing, and they know good and well. Black people can't be wearing them hats. And so we had to throw a little dirt. And
Wow,
so
I didn't realize. So let me pull this up.
now crop that one person out. No, just wait a minute. Is we being shady? Wait a minute. Where my glasses? Where my glasses?
We talking about you.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You want to be seen.
We're being shady right now, y'all. Wait a minute.
You want to be seen.
We are being Shady at 810 News Media Group this morning. So Mickey done cropped out. Look, crop it out again. So we got to throw a little dirt. And it was actually nice. And yes, we cropping out people because listen, they cropped me out, which was funny. Not communities first. The administration cropped me out of every single picture on the city website. Every single picture they cropped me out of. Today I'm not cropped out. I'm not cropped out today because I was cropped out like a mug. So listen, we just I mentioned just a little bit shady. So listen, it was a beautiful day too. I thought it was gonna start to rain. And listen, I was 20 minutes early because normally I am not a late person. And the sun was shining, and it was a beautiful day. So I'm looking forward to this. I want to say to Glenn and Essence Wilson, I appreciate our great community partnership. Now, I know people say, well, those are apartments, they're not building houses. Hey, we have to still work and work on that too. Now we got in there if they're renovating 30 homes. But this is why when we talk about y'all have to come to council. One person or two or three people can't do it. It's going to take the community to save the community. It's going to take it. I almost think I need an apartment now. I don't want to cut grass. I don't shovel snow. It was sometimes like my guy who does my snow. I'm like, whoever put it down and get it up, dear Lord, that would mean you. Hoping for a sunny day the next day. Because listen, your girl wasn't shoveling nothing. Nothing. So, but veteran housing, some people want apartment living and senior living. We have an increased senior population where people are living longer and they don't want to do all of that. Home ownership and you responsible for cutting the grass, shoveling snow, repairs to the home. They don't want none of that. They want the maintenance man. Ring, ring, ring. Hello, this is apartment 2C. I have a leak. They come fix it. So if you want changes, if you want more, contact y'all congressperson. We don't make housing here in the city of Flint. That money have to come from up there down to here. So go to your we can go to the White House. Start with the federal government, then the state, then the county. We're the last level of. By then, they decided where the money going technically and how much they think we need, like the ARPA funds that came from the federal government, Department of Treasury. Congressman Kildee, 94.7, he fought to get us. Now, we don't know where all that 94.7 going. We're going to keep it real. But that's what it's for. Contact your state rep. Contact your state representative, your senator, your congressman. So that's what, and if we don't have the housing, it's the people we elect. It's the people we elect. And I'm going to tell you, if I was a congressperson or a state rep, they would get so sick of me, they would be like, let's get her some housing so she would shut up. Because y'all know I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to keep it real. The people that we elect are not fighting for us. Period. They're not. So when you don't see new housing is not going to come out of the City of Flint general fund. It's not going to happen. That's not where it happens at. It's not going to happen there. So what y'all going to have to do is, number one, go to them. Write your senators, your congressmen. Tell them you want houses, not just apartments, because we do need apartments. We do need townhomes. We do need those. But if you want single individual housing, go to them. We don't have that type of funding in the general fund. We just don't. City of Flint does not have that in their coffers. So you need to call y'all state rep. Y'all might not be getting a call back because I never have, or email back. So call them and let them know what you need. So, Mickey, let's go on to the next one. Because I know people, well, we need more housing. I agree. But also, I like to see programs, and there are in some states, what Mickey Shady. I like your shade.
Hold on. Okay, we did them three. the throwing the dirt you up there. Okay, you want me to go? Let me set this play up for you. This was the next. Nope, did that one. Nope, did that one. Let me come on.
So if we move, well, let me go on
Yeah,
up.
you move a little quick today because you went through the money that you gave me. Hold up.
Last week I did my show in an hour, and people were getting on telling me some. I missed the show. See. Oh, that hold on, we can't get to that one yet.
Okay,
I'm gonna tell you that whole meeting, that whole meeting right there was just a disaster. Yeah, because I'm telling you, I've watched that twice, more than twice. I take that back, and I think some people did some TikToks on it.
Okay, wow. So you want to go with these, right? We got these right here. You'll be able to see it now before you want to play.
Let's hold on. Let me get to a couple more. Let me before we get to that one. I want to talk about. Let's put up the suspension. Let's put up the censure letters. We're gonna talk about that. Um, I see someone Bruiser's Burger asks, "How do we apply for the home repair?" Bruiser, uh, do me a favor, send me an email at tburns@cityofflint.com. If you are in Mott Park and you are looking to have some of the home repairs, shoot me an email at tburns@cityofflint.com. And thank you, Mott Park, for watching. Thank you. So, I got two. I got a censure and a suspension. When you start telling the truth on folks, so I want to go through those. They should have been at the. They're kind of gray, like yellowy looking.
I got
Yep, that's the first one. So this one was my censure, and my censure, which here's some of the things. I think if you lie to a judge or lie, you go to jail or something. This is what it should be for these council people. When you lie on other council people and 5 people rubber stamping and voted, they should make themselves liable. So the article came out. I'm not doing. Yes, this week has just been a lot. So let's back it up. My first censure, because as Liddell told us, she was going to deal with me or deal with us, and she was going to deal with us, and she was cleaning house. She was cleaning house. So what they came up with, my this first censure, they said on September 11th, Councilmember Burns violated rules of decorum. They don't even know what decorum is, because she's sitting up there, and I'm sorry if y'all don't cuss if your children around, calling people bitches, okay, and fighting 3 grown men at that meeting we're gonna get to. So hold on, we're gonna get to that one shortly, because she should be the last person speaking of decorum, okay, the last. And so on September 11, 2023, Councilmember Burns violated rules of decorum by calling a fellow council member a wench. That never happened. That was a lie. 5 of them voted for a lie. I never called anybody a wench. Never did it. Never, ever happened. Never happened. Period. They voted on a lie. Shame on Judy Priestley. Shame on Quincy. Shame on Liddell. Shame on Candace. And shame on Eva. I never called anybody a wench. Didn't happen. While on Monday, November 13th, Councilmember Burns violated rules of decorum by calling the chair of the meeting rude and nasty. She is rude and nasty. And she has a filthy potty mouth too, because she doesn't mind cussing out people. So yes, I did say she was rude and nasty. I did, because she is definitely rude. That's freedom of speech. And then she said, I stated, and not a good person. She's not a good person. I'm not going to change that. She's not. She sent those lies to the pastors, that a fake post with Linda Pendleton that I did not create, and called trying to attack my character and sway their opinion of me. And she does it maliciously. She sets out to plan, and she's a liar. Big, 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 big liar. And she said, not a good person, and repeatedly said to the chair, girl, shut up. And that was Judy. Now, Judy warned me. That was my punishment. You warned me. She chose to warn me then. Okay, you gave me the warning. In addition, on September 14th, Councilmember Burns violated Rules 27.2 by engaging in argument or discourse with the member of the audience. That was just a lie. That man got mad because I showed him my receipt. She got mad. She's just a liar. He thought me as a Black woman didn't have a receipt, thought he had a I gotcha moment, and there was no I gotcha moment. There was none, period. And so what she did was create another lie. Now, if people go to prison or jail for lying to the judge or creating a false, it needs to be something that needs to be done to these lying council members because they're liars. When you lie on people and then you give them censures and you give them suspension and 5 of y'all vote on it, y'all hold yourself susceptible too. They need to be facing some type of penalty too. Didn't call nobody a wench, didn't do it. I didn't even have argumentative discourse. There were 2 people sitting in front of him. I mean, one in front, one in back, and one across the aisle. And they clearly stated at the time that didn't happen. But if by chance, if Liddell Lewis was chairing the meeting and she was paying attention to what was going on up at the council, which is what the person chairing the meeting is supposed to do, as opposed to not the audience that she ridiculed and she's so worried about, she wouldn't have known what was going on. There was no danger to him. We have all kind of police. Why? We know she weaponizes the police. She weaponizes the police so darn much that the police are tired. I think they tired of her. You know, we have more police on the street at times than we have had in city council chambers. Why? She weaponizes them against the people. And she don't mind doing that. She does it all the time. It is a common practice that she does it to put out residents, to let them know she's in control because she's on a straight power trip. And so Mickey put up the police thing. So it should have just popped in. And so this is what she uses to control people because she has control issues. She has some issues. So she tells the police, you know, and even Candace now, and I was watching one of the videos where she was like, I'll clear this chamber. There will be order in these chambers. And they bamming on that gavel. If you have to constantly use the gavel, you have lost all control because that means nobody in that room respects you. I only had to use the gavel one time when chairing, and you know who it was with, Mickey? And I was just, and they probably, it probably should have used
No.
who. I was like, if sitting up there thinking, Lord, be a fence around this council. Who do you think it is? Yep, Mays and who?
Who else was it y'all put up at the time?
No, it was not. It was not a council member. It was not a council member.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the one time he came up there to speak. Council, and I had to hit the and I'm gonna tell you this. It was Ed Taylor, and Ed Taylor was very respectful. Council, and he was once they got to arguing, they both now Councilman Mays did get the last word because that's what he was gonna do. He was gonna get the last word. But that was the one time and only time I had to hit the gavel to maintain. That's the only time. They hit that gavel. There will be order in the chamber. I'm like, what in the what? And there will be order. I will clear these chambers. Candace Mouchette, interim, temporary, non-elected 7th Ward candidate. You can't put out the entire chamber of residents because you can't control your meeting. How are you gonna clear the chamber? You're not even elected. You are not elected, but you want to clear the chambers. No. And that's what 7th Ward residents need to look at. She has no control. And she just became, boy, that was a whole thing. She gonna tell me, I went to speak for my little 3 minutes. They spent 30 minutes, y'all. 30 minutes. I get 3 minutes to talk. They spend 30 minutes. Sister Audrey Muhammad, I want to tell you this. Thank you for standing with me. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Miss Liz Taylor, and thank you everyone who's still with me. Thank you for standing with me and standing up for me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because we all have to start standing up. We cannot do this alone if you want change. If y'all want housing, you're going to have to get involved. Start calling your elected officials. It ain't coming out our general fund. So don't just complain to me. Complain to the people that can get you the money. Complain to them. Let them know what you need. Because I'm going to tell you, we elect them and we need to hold their hands to the fire. We're not building houses out the general fund. That's just not it. But the general fund at the federal level and state level, that's a whole different ball game. And if they're not talking about housing, and y'all don't, if your state person ain't never had a town hall meeting, or if you ain't never seen any of your Congress people, y'all better check them. I mean and that's for real. Those decisions come from them. Our $94.7 million came from Congressman Dan Kildee working to get that for us. And so we thank him for that. And Congressman Kildee, it is my duty to make sure we aren't giving it to ourselves as council people. That's not what that money is meant for when council people such as Liddell Lewis votes on her own resolution that she incorporated. She was the incorporator to give herself $50,000 and then turned around and voted to give Ashley Capital a $72 million tax abatement and $3.5 million, knowing good and darn well that charter stated you can't do it. So we got to find, you didn't find that resolution yet, did you, Nikki?
No,
okay. Okay. So this is how Liddell controls the council. She calls in all of the police. And Candace does it too. This is how they control members and residents. When they don't like what you're saying. If you clap your hands, if you talk out, you're like, oh, or if you're like, that's right. There will be order in the chambers. I'm like, y'all need to look, stop. Let people in Flint have been through a lot. To have a comment, and they talk the entire time. And look, not only do they talk, they're texting. And there's no respect for the residents. When the residents come up to that podium, they don't even have the courage to look y'all in the eye. Candace scoots down in that seat so far down, you can't even see her. Liddell has her backpack up there so she can kind of hide behind, never looks up. They don't even respect the residents when they come to the podium. They don't do it. So how does she control the residents? And how does she control the council member? She's weaponized the police so many times that the residents know. They know. She creates a hostile work environment. I've said that for over 2 years. She's created a hostile work environment for me. The day she was in Councilman Dennis Pfeiffer's face when, according to Rule 9.4, council members are to sit in their designated seat. And she was sitting in the 9th ward person seat. And the whole time it was just to harass Dennis Pfeiffer. It was to provoke Dennis Pfeiffer. It was to antagonize Dennis Pfeiffer. She had no business in the 9th ward person seat. Her seat is across in the 2nd person seat, in between the council person in the 1st ward and in the 3rd ward. She sat there the whole time to antagonize him. The entire time. That one's hers. We're gonna go on to let's go on to the suspension. Now I'll send the other one back, the resolution, because that's the resolution where they trying to say they didn't know. We're nearly throwing them underneath the bus. Nope, it's an actual resolution, and it's probably gonna be down. But if you can put up the other, it's a 2-pager. That's going to be up. Maybe it didn't. Okay, I will send that one right back through. Okay, I'll send that one back through then. Because it's on my end, but I'll show it on your end. I guess I got to get to it. Because that one didn't show on your end, did it? I had to send it out. Okay, I don't know what's up with that, but I'll send it back through. Okay, so the first one was my censure, which they have given Dennis Pfeiffer a censure and Jerry Ruffy Carter a censure. And so we know what's next for them because Liddell is bullying people. She's ruling by intimidation. And they lie. They lie on these things. So this is my suspension, which, I knew it was coming. So they stated that on February 19th, 2024. Okay. Yeah, look, Mickey, darn well I can't see that. That's small. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you. So it says resolution suspending Councilmember Tonya Burns for conduct unbecoming of a council member. Flint City Charter provides da da da. Since on Monday, February 19th, Councilmember Tonya Burns violated rules of decorum. I violated rules of decorum by using her elected platform and social media platform to speak to the motives of council members and community members. What my social media got to do with this? Nothing. There's not a council rule. There's not a charter. Has nothing to do with it. See, this is why there need to be penalties for them. There needs to be penalties for them. They need to pay for this. My social media has nothing to do with them. It has nothing besides the fact I put the checks up in their articles of incorporation. Yellow Devil, I'm going to still talk about it. Absolutely am. You voted to give yourself $50,000 for an organization you started. That's a fact. I put it up. So my social media platform, look, I ran on transparency. I'm being transparent. My residents want to know who's getting the money, who's getting the ARPA, who's getting the ARPA funds. They wanted to know, everybody. Flint wanted to know, and outside of Flint, who's getting the ARPA money? Because it wasn't the residents. Their roof's still leaking. This is raining season. April showers bring May flowers. Well, it brought some people a $50,000 check for Cyrus Park. She voted to give herself that. And then I'm going to tell you how it was wrong. We're going to get to that resolution that came after. I've been talking about this for over a year. Almost them voting on their own stuff. So one reason, that's the first bullet point. And I don't know who prepared this resolution. I don't. But I'm a hoping it's a mess. I mean, it's all over the place. So then the other part is refusing to depart my elected seat in silence. There is not a council rule that says I can't talk, period. I had already, when I got there, spoke to the officer and told him I will probably be getting suspended today or removed. Would you please walk and escort me out? I asked him. I knew what she was doing. You could tell because she said what she was going to do. I'm going to clean house. I'm going to deal with you. And they thought it was funny. They're using their seat to remove elected officials by lying and voting. The five of them voted to remove an elected official with lies. What does my social media platform have anything to do with anything? It's no rule that I broke. It's no rule of decorum. Well, I didn't have decorum. What is that? I wasn't in the council chambers doing my my podcast. Come on. Being asked to depart the meeting in silence, but departing the meeting in a disorderly manner by yelling, "Girl, shut up," to the chair. I didn't say, "Girl, shut up." She lied. I said, "Liddell, be quiet." I said, "Liddell, be quiet." Because she was taught, wouldn't see you in 30s. Yeah, I said, "Liddell, be quiet." The officer was right there. I mean, just lie. The girl lied. Liddell is a pathological, habitual, chronic liar. And the five of y'all who voted on it, shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. I didn't tell her, girl, y'all voted on something that was a lie. I didn't tell her, girl. I said, Liddell, be quiet. I'm not talking to you. The officer was right there. And there's no rule. You can't say anything. I mean, you talking crazy to me, Liddell, be quiet. I said I was leaving. I knew when I got, they tried to ambush us because Pfeiffer got a censure that day. Jerry Carter got a censure that day. So I knew it was coming. They tried to ambush us, to jump out the bushes like, aha, we got y'all. No, by the time I finish with you, you got yourselves, because I'm not done. Then they said violated rules of order 4.30. And that's not even the right rule, y'all. I think it's 4.34. By refusing to maintain a courteous tone and utilize. Now, why they jump down to putting another bullet point with a lowercase? Who created this document? I mean, look, Grammarly and spell check is your friend when y'all, this is their resolution. The 5 of them voted on. There should not be a bullet point there. Y'all don't know that yet. So violating rules of order by refusing to maintain a courteous tone and utilize. Okay. Where are they getting and utilize what? Utilize the court. They're restating again what they said in the prior bullet point, because they making up lies. See, when liars don't have nothing to work with, they create lies. I ain't calling nobody no wench, did not. So let's go down to the next one. They said, when she repeatedly said, girl, shut up, and obstructing the business of the city by interfering in police operations and inciting violence. Here we go with another bullet point. This bullet point in council chamber. Y'all know what? Whoever made this letter is an idiot. An idiot. Because you can't even mess this up in elementary. They're an idiot. Okay. I didn't interfere in no police operations. And let me say this. Go back and look. We're going to look at the video. I called for the police when her and Dennis Pfeiffer were getting into it. Then I went back to ask the deputy chief of police if he could come forward. I said, could you please come forward to talk to them? And we had, is it Villarreal, the sergeant that's always there. He came and he was there. And no one was there. They were just hanging back like, look, she keep asking for this mess and creating this. Let somebody hit somebody, we not getting involved, because they have the look of we tired of her on their face. They have the look of we tired of her and them and this nonsense. They create these fires, then they want the police to come be the fire department and put out their fires for them. That's not what the police is for. Don't create a hostile situation and you won't have to use the police to put your fire out. So I don't know who made this, this is what they removed me from. So I don't know who made this, whatever you call it, but they're an idiot. And look, y'all, some idiots. I mean, that's just basic. I don't even know how you mess that up. Because even when you do each bullet point is supposed to be a whole different topic. All of that is actually together. Them trying to repeat themselves. They like the little bullet points. They like the little circles. And so they kept putting little circles there with lowercase letters. Listen, it's supposed to be a bullet point, then a capital letter, because it's a new thought, like a new sentence, just in case y'all didn't know. Okay. I'm like, this mess right here. So this is my suspension. I'm sorry. This is my removal. This is because people are saying, well, I want to see it. How many bullet points is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they really only needed 2. Because they kept trying. Well, if we keep saying it over and over and over, people are going to believe us. Click our heels twice and close our eyes, and we're going to be someplace. No. Just because you made more frivolous bullet points doesn't make your point right. It does not. It does not. But see, they've been trying to incite me to do something, like they were trying to incite Dennis. They wanted Dennis to strike them. I personally feel that. That's why I got up out my seat. Liddell called me a bitch that day. I did not, and I asked for the police. Look at the video. Don't take my word for it. We're going to look at it. I asked for the police. I did not call her a bitch back. I said, bitch. Okay, Dennis, come on, let's go. Because I wasn't giving them what they wanted. She was so out of control that day. Oh my God. She was completely out of control. What you gonna do? Then the next day, she came in dressed in a two-piece dark gray men's jogging suit and some high-top Jordans because she was ready for fight night 2. As we were interviewing people from to be sitting for the first award, she dressed in high-top Jordans and a two-piece men's jogging suit as it was to be fight night 2. That was shameful. She went to fight 3 people and they was cussing out people. And some of that dialogue, y'all caught 810 News Media Group. Thank y'all. Give y'all a pat on the back because y'all caught the caption. They was just talking raw and just terrible. I mean, those mouths were just terrible. So Mickey, now we gonna go to you. I see you monitoring the comments. Listen, y'all get them in the comments. I need y'all to be there for me today. Get them for me because I don't have the wherewithal. So you don't have the resolution. So now that they have given themselves all this money, I saw that resolution. I'ma tell you, Mickey. I started cracking up. I'm like, who throwing who underneath the bus? But the one thing we do know, the administration ain't taking no L's. They quickly put a distance between themselves and the city council. Yeah, well, we can take that one down. I'd look for the one. Oh no, I'm gonna send this. I want to send this back to. I'm gonna have to send this to you. This should be sending 2 things to you. If you can put that up, that is rule 9.4. Unlike them, I speak to city council rules and charters and state law. I stick to things that we have something back on. Rule 9.4, y'all. Listen, classroom, let's read this together because Liddell Lewis didn't understand. She's supposed to sit in her seat, which is, let's count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Liddell, you don't belong in seat 9. You belong in seat 1, 2. Simple as that. She sat there in that seat. Eva was gone. Eva was at home. Eva Worthing wasn't even there. And what did Liddell Lewis do? She continued to stay in that seat as to provoke Councilman Pfeiffer, antagonize him, and to play the victim that she said, and I was called a name before. I was called the monkey by him. I was done this. And he's a racist. And the whole time, they were just, Candace and Liddell went at Pfeiffer. They wanted to portray this white man is a racist. The whole time, they're just in his ear. And y'all can't really see Candace, like I said, because those barriers. Oh, she that day she was going at me too, and Jerry. She told me that you're a little girl. I'm gonna pray for you. No, you don't pray for me. No, you pray for them people who was victims, but don't you pray for me. Don't. You had mental health issues. No, you do. And you do. I don't. You do. And it might be genetic. She be over there talking crazy. I used to feel sorry for her, Mickey. What some people would say, I don't. I'm going to tell you why. What she says over there when that mic is off is reckless. I don't feel sorry for her anymore. I don't. Her mouth is reckless. She called me a hood rat. I don't even know what is a real definition of we have to look up what the definition is of a hood rat, because one thing I know, it's not me. She called me a hood rat. You're a little girl. You're a little girl. I mean, she like doubles down. You're a little girl. It's like a manic episode. I mean, just y'all, you don't see it. Then when even Dennis was trying to get Judy's attention, Judy tries to shut it out and just melt into the paint because she doesn't want to deal with it. Because it's hard when you have to tell your friends to quit being stupid. It's hard when you have to tell your friends, I need y'all to be professional, because she shouldn't have to. She should not have to tell her friends to be professional. And she couldn't handle it. And um, she cannot cheer because they made it harder. That day was off. It was awful. It was downright awful. Um, so it must be. Well, I'm gonna look up the definition. Am I back on camera? Listen, I had to actually look up the definition of a hood rat because I really didn't know. So I'm going to put the definition up, and this is what someone who claims she doesn't do anything. Now, we know people would call people hood rat. First of all, I'm a little too old to be a hood rat. I think I'm past my hood rat days or stage or age. I mean,
Somehow.
yeah,
This
yeah.
ain't going right when you read that definition of it. What's the definition? Because I'm intrigued now.
Okay, it's there's a I'm gonna send this one. So I'm gonna give the Urban Dictionary, and now this is someone who claims she wants to tell other people that they're unprofessional, and that one's on film, on video. When she calls me, see, she tries to talk when speakers aren't down, when she's not on camera. The girl's a liar. Something is wrong with her. So the first one I put up, I sent to you. You should have that one, and then I'm gonna get the second one.
Educational today,
It is definitely educational, which a lot of
I cannot believe this.
yeah, and I which is that I had to actually look it up.
Oh my God. This is so stereotypical, but hey, it is what it is.
Okay,
Oh my God.
and then I'm gonna put the other one.
Yes. Put this up.
Did it show up?
Yeah, I got it. And these are not the words of Councilwoman Tonya Burns.
Yeah, these are not mine, y'all.
This is what.
She called me and then doubled down on it because that's the stuff she does. I'm
Damn.
telling you. I mean, she does that. Okay. So this one is, it says, a person who lives and exhibits attitudes of inner city life, usually a negative connotation that implies poor upbringing, bad manners, little to no education, and low class behavior. I had a very good upbringing. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm proud of my parents. I'm very proud of them. Listen, very proud of them. And
You
so,
exhibit attitude because you're always smiling.
you know,
Okay, so you can't count that one on you.
yeah, but this is what she says things. It's like when she talks real fast, it's like her saying she gonna tell Jerry Winfrey Carter with a hyphen. She had to show her how to be a lady.
Do you have bad manners?
No, I do not have. I actually went to etiquette school. I did.
Little to no
Yeah,
education. You know,
that
they
yeah.
ask you to have
No,
low
that
education.
no,
Do you consist of low class behavior?
no.
You don't even fit that. So
Now I was like miffed by that. I said, a hood rat. No, you are. And she thinks she can say anything to people. So this is why I don't feel sorry for her when people step to that mic and say anything to her, because she talked to people any kind of way. Any kind of way. I know why she mad at me, because number one, y'all going to Dubuque, Iowa on April 23rd on the taxpayers, the city of Flint's money, which is for her job at the Flint Development Center of the Water Lab. And it states that you're going because you're the director. City of Flint residents should not be paying for Candace and Liddell Lewis to be going to Dubuque, Iowa. I'm not gonna change that. So yeah, they mad because I'm putting it out there. They're going to Dubuque, Iowa, and the city's paying for it. The plane, the rental car, the hotel, the conference fees, food, taxes, and gratuities. They're going to Dubuque, Iowa on the city of Flint money. I wonder why y'all ain't got no housing. Councilperson Liddell Lewis and Councilwoman Candace Mushat on Flint money, they going to Dubuque, Iowa. So here's a second one. So this is the second one. It says a poor inner city resident, especially who dresses or associates with the urban or hip hop culture.
Terrible. Terrible. That's the dictionary.
So I am not. I'm like, how rap old? I mean, I rap, and that's just, I have 3 children. I'm old school. You throw on some Isley Brothers, some OJs, some Delphonics, the Manhattans. Yeah, I like Vivian Green. I'm like R&B and old school. I hang a poor inner city resident, especially who dresses or associates with urban or hip hop culture.
Wow.
So I'm going to tell you this, my council job, which I am very proud of and honored to serve, this is the least amount of money in my entire life I have ever made, honest to God. This is the least, the very, very least amount. For what I make in a year, I believe here is what I would make sometimes in a week or more. Legally, let's be clear. And so with my business, I decided to run. I wanted to be closer to my children because I was going back and forth between Chicago and Michigan, Illinois and Michigan. And I wanted to make sure I wanted to spend some time, more time here. But my council seat take up all my time. Because some folks don't answer their phones. They residents calling me, okay? A lot of them. And so it keeps me very busy because I care about my community. It is technically a part-time job. It is not part-time for me. I got to call 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. People, I can't get the police department, which I have talked to Chief Green about that. And he said he's working on that, and getting those calls out. And, so I take mine serious. Working with communities first is a great partner. Meeting with other state and other officials and businesses. I do that. I go to chamber meetings. There's things that I go beyond my duty in making sure networking and making sure we're getting what we need within my capability, and then pushing the envelope to do even more and making sure I create good community partners. I don't ever say, you got to come break bread with me first. Never. So I'm not a hood rat, low class. What else was up there, Mickey? Hip hop and something else.
Yeah, like poor upbringing, bad mannerism. I ain't never experienced that.
Yeah, no, I did not have a of course, my parents went through divorce. It was a shift change that my mom had to adjust. But being poor is not a problem because everybody here came on a slave ship. We didn't come on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship. Wasn't cocktail hours in a show and you got the drink package.
Right.
It was a slave ship. If you're Black, you came here on a slave ship.
At the bottom.
Right. That part at the very, 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 very bottom. Okay. So I know where I came from. No, then I come from a family of sharecroppers, slaves, went to sharecroppers who bought the land. And so my family still owns land in Fackler, Alabama. And my great grandfather, I remember when he was alive, as a little girl, we called him Papa. I was able to meet him. He also served in World War I. I believe World War One. And so I know Veterans Day, and I will put up his picture because I'm proud. I know where I came from. I know where I came from. I know. I remember that movie came out, The Praying Closet. And it was funny because when I saw it, my mother, she was like, you probably don't remember. And I have a praying mother. My mother says, you probably don't remember as a little girl, but Papa, when he would come here, because my grandfather would be sick. He was always sick as a child, and it carried into adulthood. He said, Papa would go into the closet to pray. And I didn't understand that. I'm like, "What, really?" And so I was watching this movie with my mother, and when you watch it, it really lightened my heart because he would you dealing with battle. Some of it's warfare. I need to be in the closet praying. Listen, I need to be in the closet praying like that movie. Cause baby, these people here, I don't cheat the Lord because I'm like Maze. I'll be getting down on my knees and praying.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
I know that you're so. Do you think you would have had these problems if you wouldn't been exposed in the corruption that they've been caught doing?
I don't think I would have had this problem. Let me tell you why. They figured very early on, I own what I say. I can defend what I say. If I need to go back on whatever I need to do, because I make mistakes, then I will. They learned very early on. And I remember the night that they were putting out Councilman Mays, and he was chairing the meeting, and they had did this coup. And Eva, who, I never really talked to her because she kept saying I chased her around the jail. Look, y'all, never happened.
In heels.
And yeah, never happened. Did not happen. And so she had asked me because we had got up when May said, well, we can suspend rules, suspend it. And then he went into like a filibuster. I got up out my seat. I was like, oh, this is getting ready to be good. And she said to me, you got to come back to your seat. We're going to need your vote. We need you to vote too. I said, I'm not voting on him. And what people did not know, because a lot of my stuff, and there's some people out there watching who know, I work behind the scenes a lot of stuff. Everything I do that people don't really know, I do a lot. And working for the community. And so I had been going back and forth with Attorney Kim, and I had 2 attorneys call to tell me that he did not remove Councilman May. They didn't remove him in the proper way. That in order for them to remove him as president, there was a process that they had to follow. Create a 2-person committee, have an executive session, to where they go into executive session. Then they had to have a public hearing. And so we had been going back and forth because he was the president of the council. I just sat there and watched. I did not vote to remove Councilman Mays. Now, Councilman Mays had been throwing my behind out too. He did. He was giving me the blues sometimes. I mean, he threw me out and then dragged me. he dragged me. But we would always, it was politics, and it was not with our friendship. And so I was told, and I told him I'm not voting to remove him. And when he went to court to fight for his seat, I was there every day supporting him. I was there. We may have disagreed on some things. And if anybody was close to Councilman Mays, you didn't have an argument with him. That I don't care who you are. You didn't have, if you've been known him if you knew him a long time, you have more than one. Simple as that. But I would not vote with them. I was not going to, and I didn't. And at that point, I think they really knew I was not. I'm gonna do what I feel. My thought process, my opinions, my votes are always going to be independent. Always to be independent. And so I think at that point they knew. So, and you can pretty much see I speak to policy, procedure, charter, and then if it's state law. I don't just put myself out there and just wing it. I don't do that. A lot of conversations afterwards. If it was a question, me and Mays would be on the phone to the early mornings debating, looking up stuff. And he'd be like, well, check this out, trying to look this up, and we would go over stuff so that we could be better council people. And if you actually look at these meetings the past 2 years, they were a lot better. They talk about how Councilman Mays would go off and blah, blah, blah. He was calmer. I'm sorry. He was calmer. They didn't like the fact he was calling them out on their garbage. And anybody who does, because it's Dennis, they want him gone. Jerry, they want her gone. They want me gone. And then Councilman Mays, they kept putting out every meeting, then first 30 days, then 90 days. So we knew this was coming. So if I had a went along, or if I had taken money, then they would have,
That's what I was. I remember on one meeting, Quincy said when he took it. I'm just looking at that all his hell came from when you it was getting out there, but when you kept highlighting it, they just went
because people are talking about it,
right.
and as people should. So listen, y'all, click like, share, subscribe to A10 News Media Group. So if I played the game with them, if I had have taken a check, if I had of did the 501c3 hustle, um, I'm looking for the resolution where they doubled back on. So the one, and I think we had put it up. I'm trying to find it. The one resolution where now they realize, the administration sent up. Yeah, I'm like, how they gonna go back on what? I'm like, y'all done already did what you needed to do. Yeah, see, I missed that part. So when you see this resolution showed up on the agenda, man, I'm like, they got to be kidding me. I don't see it in the. And I know we had talked about it.
He hollered.
Did he?
Yeah, he was like, See, listen, when Kim said, when they asked him who sent it up, and he said the mayor, Quincy was over there like, You know what I'm saying? When Dennis was talking to Kim.
And you know why he sent that up too? He sent that up because he knew, now you're gonna create a resolution and states that council members have to only council members. It excluded any other elected official. It excluded anyone else that worked for the city of Flint or in any department heads or any of that. It excluded all of that. It pertained only to city council members that you had to disclose it. Now, for them to say that, is that out? Wait. No, that's Eric Mays' resolution. I thought I had sent it to you. I thought we had covered that. And I don't see it. But when that resolution came up, I'm like, oh, this is funny, y'all, because y'all done already did it. Y'all done took money, got lawnmowers, got gifts. Now I'm gonna say this: I truly believe Quincy Murphy is cutting grass with that lawnmower. I do. I mean, it is a lawnmower though, and I truly believe that he's using it to cut lots, vacant lots. I truly do, to make his community look better. I do. I think that when you buddy up with some of these people, Liddell should have told him the right way to do it if Quincy didn't know. She should have. I think it became, in my opinion, um, the process was wrong. And I just remember the inkling over at the county, and I had told Mays said he had that's Liddell's 50,000 for her 50,000 she voted out. I said, and I knew at that point. I said, them two, the way they look, they didn't got something from Ashley Capital. And sure enough, 3-4 weeks later, sitting in the basement of Metropolitan Church, I was proven to be right. And I shared it. Those monies should be, if you receive something, disclose it. And they did not put it on their campaign finance reports. Liddell Lewis did not put the Ashley Cap on her campaign finance report. Then she did those switch around where she changed from president to director, and then had the nerves doing running meetings to say, "Can you prove it?" I'm like, "Girl, are you kidding me? You still the incorporator, okay? You haven't closed out the service parking. She can't do it. You still the incorporator." So I don't know where that resolution, but I thought that's the 9.4, which means she's supposed to be in her seat. But that resolution, when it came up, I thought that was just, I thought that was, I laughed. I laughed because y'all gonna rob the bank and then write yourselves, a get out of jail free card to try to say, well, we didn't, so they can go back and say, well, we didn't know that we weren't supposed to vote or disclose that we weren't supposed to take money. I do believe we do have the chart of that part of the section. So why we don't need, I do have that in there. Why we didn't need that resolution? Because the charter already has covered that. The Flint City Charter already covers why you can't take money. And we take an oath. We take an oath. So with us taking the oath, they should know. Oh, that's her. That's the show. Cyrus Parker, her incorporation, or the one. Yeah, that's one of them. Then the next one would be the one where it says she's the incorporator. Yeah. Who does that say? Signed this first day of August, 2021. Signature Liddell Lewis. Title Incorporated.
She started this in 21.
21? August.
This started to get money?
She had already had Cyrus Park. Okay. And so we never knew she had applied. It was during that meeting. And I said, Judy, why did you never say anything? And Judy said to me, Tonya, I didn't know. I'm just not finding out like you are. That's on camera. Because I leave my microphone on. Matter of fact, some people be like, Tonya, you got a hot mic. Sometimes I don't care. This is not my money. This is the city business. People need to know. Okay. Lumi is wrong for that. You know how was that? I down there and said, damn. Lumi. So the charter is very clear. We didn't need that resolution. So watch them try to come back and say, well, the reason why we now have to, we're gonna cover y'all. We're gonna cover y'all. She's the incorporator. With that, Cyrus Park is hers. So she can take herself off as president, director, but it still states you are the owner and originator, incorporator of Cyrus Park. That don't change. Y'all don't have no roof. Everybody down in them 700 people who don't have no roof should be at city council. Them 700 some people that applied for them nonprofits. And I was listening to that Flint Food Mart. Man, I got some questions about that. I'm telling y'all. I mean, did I hear they opened it back up? The process? I got to go back to re-listen at that one.
You see how much they need, don't you? It's still over $1 million some dollars to open, but it's at 99.9%.
But here, okay. So here's my thing. We didn't give them anything, but my thing is, if you open it back up for them, you need to open it back up for other people who didn't complete their applications. The process has to be fair if you're going to do that. And I don't think people really have a lot of faith in that, with them. Oh, I'm going to send you this one now. So and when she said we had a second application. I'm like, whoa. That application process, y'all, let me tell you when that application process was closed. June 23rd, 2023. It was closed. The portal was closed June 23rd, 2023. And how I know? It was closed by Lottie Ferguson. Mm-hmm. Lottie Ferguson was over that. Lottie Ferguson, that was her official retirement day. She's like, what y'all not gonna do is come back on me with none of this. None of this. She closed that portal before she left. Now, I got to go back and watch on the 810 because the Tower of Power Paul packed up that thing so quick. I went home. The Tower of Power. Look, he wasn't faking that it wasn't no sound. He packed up and left. He got that call. Shut it down. Shut it down. And he shut it down. It was, in my opinion, he got the shut it down call, okay? Because he shut it down. And it was shut. Now, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to have to go back to listen again. I've been kind of busy, y'all, because, I was removed. And I got to fight the cause. But that portal was closed June 23rd with Lottie. She said they had there was 2 applications, and Quincy kept saying, it's a glitch. It's a glitch. Ain't no glitch. You better stop that.
June 23rd
last year. And let me tell you, when their application was closed, March 22nd. March 22nd. So how were they allowed to put more information in? I got to go back and watch that. And Quincy kept saying, well, it's a glitch. It's a glitch. Y'all watch it. Don't take my word for it. Go back and watch it. Because the Tower of Power was shut down quick right after that. That the Tower of Power packed up and got down. People was like, oh, there's no feed. Now Tower of Power gone. I think y'all had left.
Yeah, you made them shut it down. Paul was packing up when I was getting ready to go.
Yep. And so Quincy kept saying, well, it was a glitch. And then y'all go back and watch. I'm gonna go back and watch that one, Karen.
It was a glitch.
That's what he kept saying. Those not my words. He said it was a glitch, y'all. He said it was a glitch. I don't know how that glitch got opened up and put the correct information in there. And how did it open up? And I'm gonna tell y'all, this is not on Ernst & Young at all. You know why? I called him.
Wow.
Y'all know I do what I'm supposed. This is just ARPA is for the residents. Residents ain't getting it.
Want me to give you the map now? It was how much did this Flint had? 97 or 94?
94.7 million.
94.7. The residents of Flint, 0. That's how that would.
Listen, y'all might want listen. If y'all need y'all roof repair, a furnace, or some windows, go to Saginaw. Because Saginaw is on their third and they doing the process themselves. That mayor is on the ball. She about the business. She about Mayor Saginaw. Listen, I salute you today, Madam Mayor, because she making sure the people of Saginaw, they got furnaces, roofs, and now windows. And she ain't playing and getting it done. Flint, Cyrus Park, $50,000 that Liddell was incorporator of. We showed it to you. My hat goes off to you, to the mayor of Saginaw. So if anybody, on there telling, hey, she's doing a great job. I saw her at this crime thing at Don Jones had did with Channel 12, and I talked with her, and she's getting it done. So look, Flint, if y'all need windows, y'all might have to apply, or a furnace, you might have to apply for Saginaw 7.8 million. They got less ARPA funds than we got. I think they got 60 something or 50 something million.
Wow.
We got, and they put 7.8 million to help residents. Flint used 5 million, and y'all ain't got none of that yet. Y'all should be angry. Everybody who applied for that should be down at city council. Y'all should be raising pure DHE double hockey sticks. I'm sorry, because I'm gonna get in trouble for. Yeah, y'all should be raising hell.
That's better.
Y'all should be raising hell, because Saginaw getting it done.
Remember, have decorum, Tonya, on this podcast.
This is my podcast.
It's gonna come up. She didn't have decorum.
Let it come. I wanted to write me up and I put up her incorporated. She's incorporated. That she owns Cyrus Park. Put up the facts. That censure and suspension. They lied. But do what the truth say? She showed incorporated Cyrus Park. She showed was her own fifth vote for Cyrus Park. So put back up there we're the charter state, because that little resolution, they done robbed the bank and wrote it they own get out of jail card. So this is page, I think, 10, and it states a public servant shall not accept gifts, gratuities. Listen, shall not accept gifts, gratuities. And I'm going to say, I believe Quincy is using that more for the intended purposes, which is the more. I'm not going to take that from him. Now, he be talking crazy to me sometime, and disrespectful, but I truly believe I know he still cuts Dewey Park. He still cut Dewey Park because Murdoch called me and said he wanted Quincy to cut it, and he cut it because they tailgate that they had, and he cut it. And he went through a little, Quincy gonna do his little, but he cut. He's like, well, I don't want them messing it up. Okay, because Quincy's been cutting it. So I really don't find Quincy to be malicious or with malicious intent, because he a whole different person when Liddell ain't there. And Candace, completely different person. His whole demeanor and attitude. That last time before, when she wasn't there, Candace wasn't there, and Eva was there, we stayed to like 12:30. This was what, 3 weeks ago? We got the work done. We went through every single thing. We got the work done. He's not the same person. He gets the work done. He's able to have input. They chastise him, and they're very disrespectful to him. Liddell, she going on all of them. So number 8, this is in the Flint City Charter. Y'all, I didn't make this up. This is not no resolution that made up to cover because look, Tonya Burns took money. That didn't happen. Or the mayor is separating himself from that. I think he's separating himself from Liddell Lewis because he know that this is a mess. Yeah. So number 8, a public service shall not accept gifts, gratuities, honorarium, or other things of value from any person or company doing business or seeking to do business. That's the charter. What we need that resolution for? They took the oath. I took it. They took an oath to uphold the charter. They took money, and they didn't report on the campaign finance. Councilman Mays reported his, like it or not. I didn't think he should have taken it. I told him, because let's keep, I knew it would come back to be something. He said, yeah, but it's the right way to do it, and I did it the right way. He put this on his campaign finance report, and then he told everybody. Because that's what he does. It's just like when he said, yes, I had a cocktail. Right. I said, and Jerry had talked to him. She said, I had talked. I said, did I want to tell you? So how did we get to? So would it be different if I hadn't said anything? It probably would have. But you know what? I did. Because why? We ain't got no roofs. No, look, y'all got to go to Saginaw to get a roof or a furnace. So let's go to how do we end up with the censure and the suspension and so on. Well, when you keep on telling the truth and they don't like it. I sent you the one. It didn't come through, did it? I'm going to send you this next one. Which, Mickey, that's your stomach ground.
Going crazy. It's going crazy. I hate nothing.
Might be missing Stephanie with them donuts now, huh?
I'll show okay. Go. I'm definitely grabbing some. Probably running to somewhere to grab
some. Okay, I'm gonna send this one to you now, and we about riding down. And I swear I was not gonna do this today.
But when you have people like
that, okay, man,
they give you news.
That part. So people kept saying, that they, and I want this to be perfectly clear. I did have an attorney who was guiding, I'm not gonna say guiding me. He was aware of what was going on because I take my right to vote in these fake censures that they keep giving me, and my right for my Second Amendment to carry my firearm. I take it very serious. And so I've been removed. And so when I went to speak this past week, they had put on social media, they weren't going to let me speak. Rule 29.3 says a council member shall not speak during public speaking at the podium. How stupid can they be? Y'all removed me illegally and then wanted to take my voice to where I couldn't speak. Now, come on. So hold this. Yep, it won't play in just a second. So y'all removed me. Then you wanted to take my voice as an independent person. I mean, they was like, we gonna keep her down. We didn't lie on her. We gonna keep her down. No, you cannot and you will not. Okay? You will not. You will not. I'm in it. And I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna keep moving forward. What Mary say, I've come too far to turn back now. And I believe that this is a part of my process because things just keep unfolding along the way that I could have never perceived. So now we down to this crazy resolution. They done took the little money. vote on their own resolutions, and they're going to Dubuque, Iowa on the residents. So I do have an attorney. My attorney is Attorney Terry Johnson, a very well respected attorney, and James Mikowski. So there's two, and well, it's actually more than two, but these are the two that I'm dealing with. And so um, he was doing some speaking for me. So he's, I can't really speak to the case, but I can't speak to the case, y'all. I talked about what they, why I was censured first, why I was, they've been trying to scare me to quit talking, and they want me to remove from the council members that's doing illegal activity, and then the mayor saying, "Oh, let me separate this." He should have put himself in there because he got money from Ashley Capital too. He had some checks. I forgot about his, Mickey. Mayor Neely got some checks from Ashley Capital. We got copy of them checks too.
That's why he wasn't on that resolution. He said
that's why he wasn't on that resolution. That resolution came up by the administration. It did not include Mayor Neely, y'all. Why? He had an Ashley Capital check too. And I know we got that check. And we got that check. And I don't have my iPad here with me. But he got one of them Ashley Capital checks. But I think his was amended and it went to something else. But Mayor Neely got an Ashley Capital check. And on that resolution, it excluded the mayor. It excluded the mayor.
Oh, you heard Quincy say, Oh,
right. Huh, and this is, y'all ain't gonna be where I gotta take this. I had to call you back. It's my show, bye. So listen, so the phone was blown up, y'all. So I apologize. I had to tell them. So we gotta find his check. I'm sorry, Mickey. How quick you gotta get? I'm gonna have to probably owe you a lunch or something. He got one of the Ashley Capital checks.
like what, 2,500?
Well, I think, and it went back and it got amended too. His got amended because I think it was a little bit more than that. And so he had one of them checks too. But that resolution did not include the mayor had to disclose. Mayor Neely does not have to disclose, and he's an elected official. If he took money too. So, and he should know because he's very braggadocious. I was a councilman for 10 years or however long. And then I was your state rep for over 5 years. And then I was mayor of the great city of Flint. So you know what you're doing. And you had one of Ashley Capital checks too. So listen, he took himself out of that. It said only council members. So what Quincy say?
He was over there. He said, "No, we want to add the mayor into that." Quincy was like, "Yeah."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I missed that part.
Yeah. I said, "Oh, here we go."
I had to leave for one of my meetings for my part, which I've always done, because my residents come first. I take it serious that my residents have put me in my elected seat, and I appreciate all the ones that are supporting. So Quincy said, we got to add him to.
Go back to the footage that day. And I put it on him when he was hollering because I'm like, when Dennis was questioning Kim, Quincy was pissed.
Really?
Yeah, Quincy was pissed about that resolution came up there.
I got to go back to watch that one because I missed that part. But listen, Mayor Neely got one of them checks too, and Mayor Neely did not include himself on that resolution. He was not. He did not. And it says council members only in that resolution, and we're gonna have to put the resolution up, and talk about that. I'm gonna put the check up, and I'm gonna put the resolution up at some point today, and so I'm gonna put it up because he got a check too, and then he omitted his. You can't make this stuff up, Mickey.
That's what I've been saying.
You can't make it up. So yeah, it probably would have been different as people, keep saying they want me to be quiet and quit talking. But look, ARPA funds. I need a new roof, but that money is for the residents who really, really, really need it. Dora Mayfield came; her roof had fallen in. Now I'm gonna get my roof. I got to paint the outside of the house. I don't even know what my kids don't like the colors that I've chosen. I like my color scheme. But I got some things that I need to do because I haven't done anything to the outside of the house since 2009 when the house was originally bought for my daughter. And so we called it the college house and she went to college. And so I did gut the inside of the house and remodeled it, finished the basement and did some things. And now it's time for some updates because I'm in that house now.
Right.
And it is a tiny house, but I'm really looking to I started looking for another house because that is just too tiny. It's too tiny. And I want a bigger kitchen.
A queen needs a castle.
I need a bigger closet. That's what she need.
That's what you mean. You want the walk-in closet. I get it.
I need a big one or two of them. I came from having two walk-in closets. Had two walk-in closets.
Oh, my girl ain't listening to this.
Listen, and I would need an ensuite. But you know what I was really looking at? It may sound funny to just, it's hard to find really anything that you want. I'm going to be making a trip down to they do the modular homes.
Gotcha.
And the modular homes, not a mobile home, which if that's what you in, I'm not offending that, but they look like they're brand new homes. And they made in an environment, that is, heated, a contained environment. And they're nice homes. They look like regular homes, like new build homes. And I'm really considering, and I'm going to share the process with everybody. Because you can get a lot here anywhere. I can't find a house that really suits me. It's really hard. I want an attached garage. I want at least 3 bedrooms. I want at least 2 bathrooms, at least 2. I want 3 to be honest with you. I want first floor laundry. Look, your girl I can't do it on the stairs no more. Okay. I can't. When you get used to first floor laundry, listen, I want a dishwasher. This house don't have no, I'm the dishwasher. I've always had a dishwasher. So yes, y'all, I'm ranting to be a little spoiled. Yes, I want those things back. So I'm really looking to maybe get a lot. I don't have the patience to watch a house get built from, or I've done this before, having my house built. I can't go through all of that. So I may just look for like the perfect lot and you can get those for cheap and then put a basement on it and then put one of those modulars on it. And watch somebody say, well, she can get a double wide. It's not. I'm not getting a mobile home. I'm getting a modular, pre-built, prefabricated home. So that's what I'm looking at because I don't want to go through the renovation of. It's a lot of stuff in these homes, and a lot of them are old. So let me find the perfect lot. Look, land bank, here I come. No, I can have a whole street in some parts. So, anyways, let's get back to my attorney. So, how we ended up in court. We are going to court. So I'm going to let my attorney, this is the same attorney who did the case with the metal detectors and won that Mayor Neely playing Clark Hill, I believe, to go against them in that one because he's appealing after he did win that case. He won the case in the metal detectors. There are no metal detectors at City Hall. He won that case and he had declared it. I think he said it was a court and it wasn't a court there and then trying to make it a gun-free zone. And he went on the Second Amendment constitutional law. He's good at this. So let's play the Mid-Michigan now.
911, what's your emergency?
The next call was from my father at the hospital to Lee and Eric.
We met Frank at the hospital that night, and our motorcycle team started investigating immediately, and we got him $675,000.
We'll be right there.
Developing today, a lawsuit filed against 7 Flint City Council members alleges they're trying to silence the 6th Ward. Councilwoman Tonya Burns' attorney tells me this is about the people of Flint. It's the second time this year City Council has voted to suspend a member. Former 1st Ward Councilman Eric Mays was temporarily removed before his death. Burns' attorney says now people in the 6th Ward don't have a voice on council.
Albeit temporarily, it's still a removal. And this is something that the City Council of Flint has no authority to do.
Attorney Terry Johnson says his client Tonya Burns should have never been suspended from her seat on council. He says it's against the law.
They can do discipline by censures or keeping them off of subcommittees. But when you do these things, you disenfranchise other residents of Flint, in this case, people of the entire 6th Ward.
According to the Michigan Constitution, the governor can remove a public official from office for gross negligence of duty or corrupt conduct in office.
Other than that, there has to be a recall petition. When city council takes it upon themselves to do things that are against the law, yet they're a lawmaking body, that creates problems, especially when you disenfranchise people of the community.
We're voting for resolution 240111, which is a resolution of suspending council member Tonya Burns for conduct during becoming a council member. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Officially, the council resolution approved during the March 25th meeting was to suspend Burns for what President Liddell Lewis says was, quote, her behavior in council chambers. What was the reason on why they voted to remove Tonya Burns from the 6th Ward seat?
The reason doesn't matter. You know, that's irrelevant. The mere fact that they did it is the problem. There's no justification for it, and there's no law behind that.
Council President Liddell Lewis gave me this statement this afternoon about the lawsuit filed against her and other council members. She says, quote, our first priority as city council members should be the efficient and effective completion of city business in service of the residents of Flint. Unfortunately, this is the second time our colleague has wasted taxpayer dollars on frivolous lawsuits. We are looking forward to justice being served and order being restored to our legislative body. The court has not set a date to hear this motion hearing. Now, we will continue to follow these developments and keep you posted.
And it's somehow she can be so passive aggressive. First of all, that little whole suspension and censure was based on lies. You put something, y'all voted into the Flint City Record and voted on lies. So we're gonna show you whose behavior is actually terrible before we and lack of decorum and everything else. Because look, you can believe somebody's lying words, or you can see it for your own eyes. So is it 2 and 57? And that just that whole meeting was awful. She sat in her seat, she broke rule 9.4, and then she continued to badger, harass, insult, and hurled obscenities. And she had no problem doing it. And then she wants to discuss someone else's behavior. I'm like, she got to be kidding me. I mean, the stuff she be saying, I mean, literally 3 times in that one night she wanted to fight 3 grown men. Where does that happen at? Flint City Council. But I'm the problem? I have never called anyone a cuss name. Not at all. I have not. Do you need me to? Should be in one of the, yeah. You way too far. Yeah, you gotta go all the way down. All the way down. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Should be down towards them. So y'all listen, we were having a little technical. Listen, we be bringing the facts. That should have been one of those. Listen, why Mickey finding that one? That was it. Listen, who did it better with the signs? Did Flint do it better than Detroit? Because Flint got that cobalt blue one. Detroit got, I don't even know what color. It's like sea moss green. Like, who did it better? Detroit or Flint? I'm going to have to go with Flint on that one. I'm going to have to go, because Detroit's sign, I'm going to have to go see it, but I am not feeling it from the pictures. You need me to resend it?
Yeah, because every time I go to push for it,
It won't allow you.
yeah, it won't let me bring it up.
It's an 810 one.
Yeah, I don't know why they keep giving me the other one. up every time I keep pushing on it. Keep bringing it up. See, every time I push on it, keep bringing it right here.
Okay, let me. Okay, I just sent it back.
They keep picking me out. I'm going to the Glenn Wilson.
So hey, and if y'all want to click like, share, and subscribe, if you're feeling friendly, please donate. Cash App, $810 News Media Group. Once again, if you're feeling nice and it's a beautiful day for you, it can be $5. It can be $2. We appreciate any and everything. Are we at that one? Okay, you can start it probably from right there.
You ready for me to play it?
Yep, let's play it.
Second of all, we shouldn't even be recognizing Councilwoman Lewis. She's not in her seat. Her voice doesn't matter. According to the council, she cannot be recognized. She is not in her seat.
Elected seat.
Thank you. So, according to my nameplate, which is sitting right here in this specific section of the DI, this is my seat and I am in the chair. Point of order. According to Rule 9.4, a council member must be seated at their designated seating place to vote.
Wow.
To vote are not allowed. Ms. Burns, her name tag is in front of her. That's not what they're saying. That's not what they're saying.
They make up rules as they go.
I refuse to sit here.
Bye.
And no, I won't leave. I'm gonna sit right next to you as you continue to try to intimidate women. That's fine, but you're gonna keep it down. Order, that'd be okay with it. I will. Right.
Then you ain't seen none of that.
You ain't seen none of
None of
that.
that.
No, I did not see that. You don't see any of this shit that they're doing. You don't see this. They are attacking.
5-minute reset.
Now you just seen her come and get that
You better than that. Don't let her get to you. You better than that.
She walked up on What you gonna do? Why she over here? Everybody see, and she turned him down. You got me, you coming from the first place. So when we say something, yeah, so Tony was doing real good.
Nobody elected you.
You ain't gonna trust him. You big ass. I ain't gonna touch him. We'll check him. I'm gonna check his ass. We're gonna break his ass down.
Yeah, I'm getting it all. I'm getting it all.
Am I unmuted? Shameful is what that was. That was the Flint City Council president and Flint City Council vice president who will be traveling to Dubuque, Iowa for a trip that is non-related to council business, which is related to council person interim non-elected Candace Mushat. That's the video. Y'all see that for yourself. They were going after the people who were there, going back and forth. Now, who was inciting violence and chaos? It wasn't Tonya Burns. Who called for the police? I asked, you see me raise my hand and say, officer, officer. Once he came, you see me going the other way. Who do you see step down and go off? What you want to do? And she was ready, you know. Then they kept going back and forth afterwards. Whose conduct was unbecoming? It was Liddell Lewis, the president of Flint City Council, and Candace Mushat, vice president, who just all night just using terrible language. I don't say this, I don't do that. Yeah, you do. Now, what I want y'all to know, did y'all know it's Councilwoman Jerry Winfrey Carter with the hyphen? I have never seen her grab her camera like that, but she was on it. She was on it because the stuff, unless you don't have video, they lie. Who called for the police? I did not obstruct the police. Not at all. Never have. They could have wrote me a ticket. You have a right to talk to the police. If you're obstructing, they arrest you. I've never obstructed the police. All they do is lie, 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 lie. You see me once the officer gets there, you see me head the other way. She was inciting violence and chaos. She created the violence, and Liddell created the chaos. And she had no business sitting in Ward 9 seat when she is the representative for Ward 2. She created the chaos. She incited the violence. She broke Rule 9.4, and she violated the rule or broke rules of the court. She don't have a now. The person that y'all saw in that video, that's who she is all the time. That's who Councilman Mays was trying to tell everybody who she was. Y'all getting her fake representative. That right there that you just saw is who she is. He was trying to tell everybody. When she was talking underneath that mask, and y'all, he would say, you're talking to me underneath that mask because she's slick. She purposely sat in that seat, stayed in that seat to intimidate Councilman Pfeiffer, to provoke him to do something so she could get him kicked off the Flint City Council. And then Liddell Lewis and Candace Mushat made it a race issue between a white man and 2 black women. They made it a race issue. He never did. They kept calling him a racist, trying to bait him, race baiting him all evening. Candace Mushat, who was running for the 7th Ward, instead of her making, or actually should have been These are teachable moments. She's making them memorable moments. On should 7th Ward elect her to that seat. She also some of our funds. She hasn't written or disclosed her letter that Mayor Neely is trying to separate. She's affiliated with 300,000 from the Fund Development Center she's a director from, another 50,000. These facts, I put it up there. It's been put up there. And she tries to say, well, I wasn't going to do this. Listen, we tried to make sure to get her on that the 7th Ward can actually vote for who they wanted. And she was trying to skirt that and bypass that. What she won't do is that, let's get that resolution made up. No, 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 no. So the officer we see, number one, I call for the officer. Liddell Lewis refused to go to her seat. She stayed in seat 9 as to antagonize, incite, and provoke Councilman Pfeiffer. And she was the violent person. She stood up 3 times to fight 3 men. She said, you know, this is my seat. You know why this is my seat? I put my name tag here. So wherever she put her name tag, I guess that's where she gonna claim as her seat. I put my name tag here. This is my seat. That's not how that goes. The city council rules state very clearly in your designated seat. You're not in your she was not in her designated seat. So I'm just the video don't lie. Video don't lie. So any questions in the Mickey I need to answer? I'm gonna close out with that one. I don't know my court date. I will share my court date. Okay. And I would listen, I need y'all support. I need the support of the community in council meeting. I believe we have a council meeting coming up this Wednesday. Is it this Wednesday? Committee meeting. I need people to get behind me and to support me. I need y'all support. If you are available, tell people, hey, we need support. Because you know what? Next is Councilwoman Winfrey Carter. Next is Dennis Pfeiffer, and they're trying to split the city with the race issue. They are Liddell Lewis and Candace Mushat are race baiting. They're race baiting. They're trying to split the city of Flint with this white man. No, y'all are the ones who have presented yourself as the problem. It's not Dennis Pfeiffer. If it was, I would have said something to him. I have a good enough dialogue between Dennis and me, and we hold each other responsible. Simple as that. It's going to be, so it was already Councilman Mays. Now it's me. It's going to be Jerry Winfrey Carter or Dennis Pfeiffer next. We need y'all support, Flint. You want to make sure these ARPA funds hit the target they're supposed to. What's the rest of? We need y'all in council chambers. Send me a letter of support. Burns at flint.com. Burns at cityoflint.com. Come to the podium and speak. We need y'all this Wednesday. It will be at 5 o'clock. You haven't gotten a roof, and it was 700 applications, or I forget what we call it now. We shouldn't have a seat available. We need the residents to start standing up. You see what happened. You speak up, Mays, speak up. They put them out 30. Spoke up again, 90. That was a warning to me because I was supporting the residents also. Them special ARPA meetings that the ARPA ad hoc committee never called, not one meeting, and never showed up to the ones that me and Mays called. They did not. I need y'all to come support us. If you want us to support y'all, I need y'all to come support us. So the fight ain't over. That's why they're trying to get me out the way. And it's going to be Dennis and Jerry next. My vote is independent. I'm not bought by anyone, period. I didn't get no Ashton Capital check. I didn't. So anything else, Mickey? Because this has been a day, and I know your stomach. I know.
I'm usually at home. I'll get up and go grab something and come back down. Yeah, this was a rough one.
We made it through. We never would have made it without you. What I would have lost it all. Yeah, Clubhouse. Y'all know I can't be commenting.
I know. I'm just
the comments be off the chain. Listen, he was all over my page wanting to be relevant, which had nothing to do with nothing. Stick to what it was. We're talking about housing. And if you want jobs, we're talking about housing. We have got, and what he say? He brought Lear here. Lear couldn't hire people. Them was jobs. They couldn't hire people. They had a difficult time first hiring people.
Right.
They did. So, anyways, the clubhouse be a lot.
I know.
It is unfiltered.
I know, but it's for the people.
Listen, and y'all, what time the clubhouse gonna be on?
At 7:30 to 8. It's gonna be OG Wig production. He play the music.
See, I never catch the music part.
That's from 7:30 to 8. Is the
and Tony Wiggins, if you listening, I see you. I see you, boo.
He got the music together. 8 o'clock is when the fun begins.
Listen, y'all be, but didn't it turn into prayer session? I was like,
yeah. I usually get off by like 10:30.
Okay.
I usually get off by 10, but I always
the past is always well. It went from kind of ratchet to it was a sermon.
Right.
And you had Pastor Timberlake or Pastor Johnson, and there was one more pastor. There was another pastor. I think I had counted 3 pastors that were in there.
Yeah, Pastor Thompson.
Oh yeah, that's right. Pastor Thompson was in there. When the pastors go to talking, you be like, well.
Right.
So, and they, I mean, they were cool. It was good, but I wasn't there when y'all did 112 at that time. I didn't come in till late.
They put up one side and
Hey, Anna. Hey, Deldrin.
I don't want you to feel like she said she gonna let you talk.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna kind of let you go crazy. She ain't gonna let you like my tell. I like regular folks get disrespectful. That's that we bring it in.
And it is fair. My evenings, by the time I finish with the day, y'all don't get out there, and I will explain some things. I don't know if it'll be a month or 2 to where people will really know, but your girl be tired. I mean, I am, when I say I've been exhausted. There's so many different things that I'm working on. That's not just including with with my ward. And the weekends, the party house tonight on the corner of Bradley and Sherwood. I'm gonna hope they're not partying tonight. It's gonna be a problem. So, and my residents be calling me, inboxing me, and I get it. They want to go to sleep, and they have the right to quiet enjoyment. But I'm telling you, matter of fact, they probably up asleep now. So when I leave here, go wake them up. Bam on the door. Wake up! Wake them up like they be waking everybody else up. Time to get up. Because they be keeping the neighborhood away. But yes, I will be in the clubhouse. What this usually sends me something, a reminder. Okay, so people who want to join the clubhouse can go into 810. It'll be the link. And I'm being honest, lately I've got some specific directions when I go places. I need to go by twos. I need to make sure I'm not out alone anymore. So I have to be very careful with how I move around and some other stuff. But when I'm home, I guess I'm usually home. I think I'm due to go on a vacation. I need to go away someplace. And then I'm being honest, I'm really at the point because there's so much happening, and uh, even with dealing with my attorney when he asks for certain stuff, it's like it's PTSD. You're reliving everything that you go through. People watch it, but it's a different view when you sit in the pit. It's a different view when I sat there back there with the police officers. And yes, I did pass out donuts. I passed out, and no, Tony Wings, I did not wear my apron. I forgot it. And I have 2 hot pink aprons, and I need to get something put on them. I don't put on them. I stand on business. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna put on them, but I am going to be in the clubhouse. I like to get other people's views because people really see us as different, and we see people as different. I really like just to listen to kind of what issues are important to people, because I don't ever want to be off topic with an issue. And I learn. For me, it's always learning, always learning. And so when I get on, I get asked a lot of questions. Yeah. So I can't have like more than one drink. No questions. Like, y'all been getting. I'm gonna invite everybody to the barbecue, y'all, this summer.
You'll be there.
Listen, everybody, look, y'all got to inbox me for the barbecue because we're gonna be at what did Liddell done been out to the cabin. She claimed she ain't never been out there being told on her. So girl just lied. So that part. Or it's a day that ends in the letter Y. So I will be in the clubhouse. The clubhouse starts at 7:30. It's with DJ Tony Wig or T Wig. He is going to be DJing Karen Yin. Get ready for the 8:30, the 8 o'clock. Okay, so he's DJing from 7:30 to 8 o'clock. Okay. And so from 7:30 to 8 o'clock, we're gonna have the pleasure of DJ Tony begins DJing, and then at 8 o'clock it begins. Don't come in there, if y'all ain't ready to get dragged. I'm just saying. Don't come in there with no foolishness. Some folks do not hold back. Yeah, you will get drugged in there. They will check you, and they're gonna ask you anything, and it may be more than one person. And so just letting everybody know. So it's going to be on the website, on the Facebook page, and 810 and Flint Politics. Winters, if you watching, look, you got to send me a reminder or send me the link because your girl will not be in. So it is my weekend. I like to have a glass of wine. I think I'm gonna make me a charcuterie tray. So I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna make a little event, make myself my own little charcuterie tray. And so for those who say, "What's a charcuterie?" Nah, I can't say it. Charcuterie. It is basically some meat, some uh, meat, cheeses, crackers, and some fruit on a wooden platter. That's what it is. And my daughter made me. I believe she made it, but her husband helped her, and they made me a wooden chopping block. I swear, y'all, I made her look. I had to look at the video. She actually made it. Her husband he went for architectural engineering, and he designs furniture and different things. So they made me a chopping block. So I will make myself a charcuterie. My beverage of choice tonight is I'm gonna turn it into a champagne room. It's gonna be champagne time with my charcuterie board. I died of Pinot Grigio, probably champagne, because I'm feeling, I'm good. They wanted me to be so upset about the removal and didn't want me to talk. They could let me talk for my little 3 minutes. They spent 30 minutes for Attorney Kim. And bravo to Attorney Kim, who finally did his job. Bravo, bravo. Because he told them 29.3, y'all couldn't enforce it. He told them 29.3, she get to speak. Bravo for finally doing your job, Attorney Kim. 29.3, freedom of speech, my First Amendment right, okay? And that whole time, what was that face you kept putting up all week long? She was mad.
Oh, when I said this is the look,
Is that what you had said?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can't support that part. I'm not going to, yeah. So it was look, I call it look at when you told 29.3, don't apply to Tonya Burns. That look, woo, hot. Candace went to a whole, throw me on her. Like, what is you doing? It just, and I hadn't even said one word. Maybe I said good evening. Where was Miss Gladys at? So she could say everything that I could not say. Where was Miss Gladys? Well, Sister Audrey Muhammad said a lot. Sister Audrey Muhammad was mad as hell. But I support you, Sister Audrey Muhammad, because you see the unfairness and injustice happen. So I'm gonna wind this up. Anything, look, I'm gonna wherever y'all are at. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. But look, we need y'all down there to support us. Look for the meeting dates to be posted on Flint Politics Reboot and on my page. I need y'all to click, like, share this out. When I posted up why they were mad when I got removed, and I asked them to share the Ashley Capital checks, over 300 shares happened. We can be powerful when we work together. That's why I knew I was going to be removed. Because listen, that word, the average person has about what, 800 people on their page for social media. So if you take about 300 shares, time that times 300. And so that's what that's gonna be what 2 point. Now listen, I can't look, I think it's 2.4 million. 3 times is 24 times 800. Yeah, that's 240,000. And so that's a lot of people that reach, and we need to be reaching more because Flint is not unique. There's other places. I was told that, well, they did say Flint is the worst, that Farmington Hills, they had stabbed some tires down there. And then what was the one lady in Portsmouth, Virginia? She said, I'm mad as a mother effer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was because corruption. The mayor of Dalton, Illinois, and Teflon Tiffany, whatever her last name is, Henyard. Teflon Tiffany Henyard. Well, she got an FBI investigation. FBI has been there. And they don't tell you that they coming. By the time they coming, they got everything they need. And listen, attitudes change when they come. You know what I'm saying? They'll start doing what they're supposed to do. Huh, okay. You can tell when the alphabets are coming. Folks start doing what they're supposed to do. It's a whole different vibe that you start feeling. So 7:30
OG Wig Productions, 8 o'clock.
in the clubhouse.
And it's 810 News Media Group Clubhouse, but we call it the Trap House.
Y'all know I ain't going with the trap house. Y'all know. I already been called a hood rat. So it'd be a hood rat in the trap house. A hood. So anyway, so well, we gotta have who the trap queen. Ain't that's a phrase? Who the trap queen? Lord have mercy. Listen, so the clubhouse.
It's called the Trap House because it get busy in there. You come
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is no joke. And it's a good forum where people can openly talk, express how they feel, because Flint can happen anywhere. And people have to learn to start coming together. And if we can do it here, we can do it anywhere. But it's going to take everybody from wherever y'all at, what state, what city, it doesn't matter. It's going to take all of us. And if Keith Downey, if you are listening, councilman in Houston, Texas, I got to give you a call. I will be coming to Houston. I'm working on my schedule. I will be in Houston, Keith. Keith is a follower. He supports 810. He supports me. He's in Houston, Texas.
Thank you, Keith.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Oh, he right on
Is he on there? Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay, I will be in Houston. I have to, and I hope you are getting better. I know he was having problems, and you have been in my prayers, and for healing. And so I will be coming to Houston. I got I got to go to Denver for my training. I got to go to Houston. I got to go to North Carolina, and I got to go to Maryland. So
wow.
I'm working on my schedule. So, anyways, Mickey, anything? Look, to everybody that tuned in, yeah, I went over today, but y'all only got me for 1 hour last. It wasn't even 4 hours, 55 minutes. That's right. So I appreciate y'all tuning in, and we need y'all support down there Wednesday. If everybody, them 700 people, you need a roof and you watching, you need to be down the council and letting them know. Or you might have to go hanging on to get your roof, because the mayor she's standing on business or business. She's standing on it. She's making sure them ARPA funds are hitting the intended target, which is the residents. So if you are on there, Taz, Nakia, Jessica, Lumi, Nakia, Felicia, I want to thank everybody that was on here today, and hit that Cash App $810 News Media Group. I think we had almost 300 people watching. Imagine what we could do with $5. Listen, Mickey, I'm in this little claustrophobic. I'm gonna need some therapy in a minute, y'all. I already got PTSD from being in the meetings with them, and I'm reliving it, going through it with my attorney. I'm reliving it. So listen, hit that Cash App 810 Cash App $810 News Media Group. Everybody that is watching, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you giving me your time on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. And I wasn't gonna come, Mickey, because I'm tired. I'm tired. And then my house look a mess inside. It look a mess. So I appreciate. I look, but my dish is the only kind of glasses I have are coffee cups and wine glasses. They're my only dishes. So I want to tell everybody, thank y'all from the bottom of my heart for those who have supported me, the 6th Ward, the support of people who tell me to keep going. You are a councilwoman. We stand behind you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to everyone else who support me in the city and across the country, whatever state, thank you from the bottom of my heart, from my entire heart. What's the little heart? Is that how y'all do that? Listen, I can't
We
even.
getting close as we can because I can't even do it.
Listen, I gotta practice. I'm not hip enough. I need them to cut these nails down too. That's going.
Break a nail playing.
Right. I'm trying to do something that the young folks do, and I can't do it.
So
listen, I'm gonna have to work on that. I'm gonna have to work on that. For everyone that has supported me through this journey, keep me in your prayers. I need them. Every day is not a good day. Each day, I thank God that He allowed me to wake up to continue to fight for the residents, because it's not just Flint I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for people all over. This could happen to anyone, anytime, any place. And what Attorney Terry Johnson is making sure he does, this don't happen in any other city. He's stating that he wants a precedent. He's making sure this doesn't happen. If you elect somebody, you can't have 5 rogue people based on lies, remove somebody from their elected seat based on lies. Them censures and suspension was based on lies. I need y'all support. I need y'all support. Okay. Anything, Mickey? Did I miss anything? Okay. Trap. Y'all, we were calling it Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. News Media Group. FPR Flint Politics Reboot Times 810 News Media Group.
All right, take us out, Mickey.